So, good afternoon, students. I'm going to discuss about the cloud computing in the business point of view. So, if you take there is an computing process, we need certain components. The first one is nothing but it's a multi-core processor we need, and some graphic processors, and some software methodologies, and certain hardware tools. Important thing is bandwidth for the communication and data storage. Okay, so these are the core components we need for our any type of automation process. Okay, so move on to there is a cloud computing. So you all are very familiar. The cloud computing is nothing but we are going to do all the process through there is a internet and sharing the data. That means storing the data and retrieving the data. For storing and retrieving the data, we need there's a small database is more than sufficient. Then why we need the cloud computing? If we want to store, there is a normal data, that means multimedia concept of data, audio, video, clip art and graphical images. You need certain special databases. But you want to store there's a terabytes, petabytes, like that very large volume of data. You need certain space for data storage and retrieval and the security purpose. Okay, for that purpose we are move on to our which one, the cloud computing. You take there is in the business point of view, there's a top 10 largest database: Amazon Web Services, YouTube, Choice PT, Sprint, Google Services, AT&T, NERSC, so climate. So these are the things are top 10 databases available in our cloud computing. So the cloud computing is an internet based computing whereby shared resources, softwares, just you can pay and we are going to use that one. So in this business point of view, I'm going to discuss about there is a three important things. One is a Windows Azure and Amazon Web Services EC2 and Google App Engine. These three things I'm going to discuss. So nowadays you are using there is an Amazon service. That means all the things should be in the electronic commerce. The important business application for our cloud computing is nothing but electronic commerce. So through this online, I am going to buy or sell the particular product. Okay, not only buying and selling the product, I am going to maintain this entire historical data and transaction data inside my database. So whenever you need, you are going to retrieve the data. That is the first business application of the cloud computing. So electronic commerce, all the applications will come under the business application of our cloud computing. So now you take there's a Windows Azure. It's an enterprise level on demand capacity builder. Okay, it's an enterprise computer, ERC computing, we are telling enterprise resource computing. So you take the fabric of cycles and storage available on request demand. So based upon the user demand, the Windows Azure can be give there's a data and perform the computing process and storing the data. Here the important feature of the Windows Azure is nothing but web roles, worker role, a blobs of the data storage, and there is a drive storage also available. That is the main concept of your Windows Azure. Move on to the next one, Amazon EC2. So Amazon Web Service is one of the biggest business platform in our electronic commerce applications. So Amazon have there's a EC2 is one of the large complex web service, and EC2 can be provide an API for instantaneous computing and any of the operating system. Okay, that is an important thing of our particular thing. Now you take there is an computations through your Amazon. Okay, Amazon machine images, AMIS, is one of the important feature of our Amazon Web Services, AMIS. So now we take the signature feature of your Amazon Web Service. There is an EC2 is S3 cloud management. That means console. It can map reduce cloud and Amazon machine image, AMI, and excellent distribution and load balancing and cloud monitoring tools is available for our Amazon EC2. So move on to there's a Google. So now we take this a Google App Engine. There is a more web interface for development environment that offers a one-stop facility for design, development, and there is an deployment, especially for the Java and the Python based application. It can offer the same reliability, availability, and capacity at par of Google's own applications. You take there is a Google App Engine interface is a software programming based one. The particular programming platform is irrespective of the size, whether it is a large size, otherwise a small size. You take the signature feature of our Google App Engine is template, and it have the app spotters available, is excellent monitoring and management console. So these are the three business application I like to discuss here. Now we can try on the demo. So Amazon, there is AWS and EC2 and S3. Among the many infrastructure service point of view, in the business point of view, so it is a Linux based machine, it is a Windows based machine, and a 3-tier enterprise application, that is a business application. If you take there's a Google App Engine, it is Eclipse plugin for GAE and the development and deployment of an application. Move on to the Windows Azure business. It is a storage is in blob store container and MS Visual Studio Azure development and production environment. Okay, so these are the three different environment is available for our, more than there's a three. So in our syllabus, I am going to take this three business environment. One is for the Amazon, and second one is a Google, and the third one is for your, what's the third one? Is here Amazon Web Service and Google's, and there is an Windows Azure. So come to there is a cloud programming model. We have there is an important thing is in big data is available, and we have there's a Hadoop. Okay, that is available. So in the business point of view, there is a fault tolerance is an important concept here. So failure is the normal, is a normal norm rather than your exception. So detection of fault and quick automatic recovery from the core is an architectural goal of your, so all the business processing of our cloud computing. Then now I move on to our cloud computing business environment. So what are the cloud strategies of our business? So yes, business cloud strategy. Okay, the first one, so predictive quality of project overview, that's in problem and motivations. So identify the specific or special causes that are related to the bad outcomes for the quality related parameters of the product and visually inspected defect. Okay, this is a main process of your business point of view. Then why cloud computing for the business point of view? This all the ERC application or there's an electronic commerce application we can consider as an which one? One of the business application of your cloud. They are using the cloud computing concept for the business. That is an electronic commerce is an online business we are telling. Okay, the first one, why the cloud computing is incorporate in our all the business. The business in the sense all the web-based application, all the online application, why they are using the cloud computing concept. Number one, so well suited for incubation of new technologies. That is the first one. This semantic technologies still evolving, use of prototyping and extreme programming, server and the storage requirements not completely known. So the technologies used, maybe the TopBride or Tomcat, are not a part of emerging or core technologies supported by our corporate IT, and a scalability on demand. Okay, the scalability on the demand, development and implementation on a private cloud. Okay, so that is the reason we need there's a cloud computing for our business environment. So now I move on to our, so different types of the cloud services you have. That is a normally we have there's a public cloud and there's a private cloud. These are the things available already used discussed in the some other classes. So now you take there is an rationale of our private cloud. So security and the privacy of business data was a big concern here. You take there's a secured data transfer and there is an authentication and the privacy of our business data was a big concern here. And potential for vendor lock-in, SLAs required for a real-time performance and the reliability, and the cost savings of the shared model and achieved because of the multiple business involving the semantic technologies that the company is actively developing. Okay, for that reason we need there is a private otherwise a public cloud here. So why the cloud computing for the enterprise business? Why should IT do, or what the IT do? So revise cost model to utility based computing, CPU per hour, GB per day. So these are the things are our enterprise point of view, enterprise business. Okay, CPU, how much hour you are utilizing the CPU and how much GB of the data per day you are using, that and all the business applications. Include the hidden cost for the management, training and different cloud models for different application evaluate. So use for the prototype application and learn, link it to current strategic plans for services oriented architecture and disaster recovery. Okay, these are the enterprise business application for our cloud computing. Okay, thank you students.